Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto under 20. In fact, today, the total carbs, total, not net, is 5.5. And I have to tell you, my little listening audience, that I really appreciate it when somebody new comes on, as well as the regulars in the community, and says that they like my straightforward foods and talk. And I appreciate that. One used the term fluff and crap, that she was tired of finding fluff and crap in the keto world, and was happy to find me. So I appreciated that because I don't like the fluff and crap either. And it never got me anything except having to reset my being abstinent and strict and disciplined. And I kind of not only owe it to myself, but I owe it to you guys too, because I'm accountable. And when you're accountable, you're accountable. And anybody that has a keto or any type of YouTube channel, you're kind of accountable to the community that has come to kind of depend on you. If you start wavering and getting all wonky, and it's human, because if you have a food addiction, it can happen. Or if you have a little wisp thing that turns out, it could drive you to overeat, right? So, we kind of owe it to ourselves and our community. I'm just saying. But I'm 68 years old. I weigh once a week. I don't play hop on, hop off, hop on, hop off. That would make my addict, Ms. Slick, absolutely crazy, because that's an old behavior. And I will tell you that after doing this, I started doing Weight Watcher ones, that I moved on to low carb, high fat ones, and now I do keto under 20 total carb videos 5 days a week, and sometimes there's a bonus. After doing them, I do see that the accountability can pay off, and how it has made me sane after all these years, knowing that I have to show up and grow up. So I'm 68, and as I was starting to say about the scale, once a week, Thursday mornings, and today I weighed I love it, 123.4. So I lost 0.2 of a pound last week. I'll take it. Hey, it works for me. And I've added veggies back into my life. I had a brief almost entering the carnivore world, but I stopped at Carnivish because of a medical issue. And I'm happy, so I have a little salad. I have the 3 veggies that I have are Brussels sprouts, asparagus, and cauliflower. And so they're spread out in different ways on different occasions, and very low amounts. That's hence my carbs total for the day are 5.5. I used to have a bulletproof coffee with bulletproof coffee in the real bulletproof coffee, and then buttered coffee with the oils and the ghee and the MCT oil and the brain octane from Bulletproof that was like $50 for a bottle. And I used to have all those sort of things, and the heavy whipping cream. And now I have 1 tablespoon of heavy whipping cream in my coffee. I'm back to having Xyla. It's a BBC, what I call a better bad choice. It comes from North American hardwood, so it's a sugar alternative, not a sugar substitute like the green Truvia, yellow, pink, and blue packets that are chemicals. There is a difference. And any of those people that tell you those things are safe, they aren't in a lab for the last 40 years checking to see what the dangers can be. So better to leave chemicals on the shelf over there and try to find a natural sugar substitute. You say that 3 times for your coffee. I still like sweet with that, but I don't like sweet anywhere else, and I don't have sweet anywhere else. I'm a savory Sarah. Thank you very much. So anyway, that's not why I'm here today. Well, why are you here? You're here every day. What are you going to talk about today? Well, what I'm going to talk about today is just the regular stuff, because that's what counts. You need to kind of to me, keto under 20 is like a slow light, brainwash into making better decisions. And I often say here, when you know better, you do better. And sometimes I will say something over and over and over again, and I know you don't hear it because I'm the same way with certain things. I was that way with spinach because of the oscillates. Oscillates, I think. Oxalates. Anyway, Mike from Keto Mad will tell you. And I didn't realize that that's a dangerous sort of thing that lives in a vegetable. So I still have those vegetables, as you know, but I don't have certain vegetables that I know, that could have more dangerous things, the things that carnivore people call anti-nutrients. Dr. Georgia Ede, E-D-E, does a lot of talks about those sort of things. So if you're okay going without veggies or you need more of a reason why, it would behoove you to tune into her talks. She does lots of them and she's on Instagram a lot, Dr. Georgia Ede. But I've brought the veggies back into my life. I find that they offer a mood balancing effect. I don't know if it's just in my woo-woo head or if it's really a gut thing, but my body feels better having a little vegetable every single day. And so I'm okay with that, just like I'm okay with the Zyla in my coffee and then having the heavy whipping cream and eliminating at the end I was putting the ghee. But I do have macadamia nut oil and Fourth and Heart pink Himalayan salt ghee. It's kind of melted. I put it like on the top of my toaster oven when I'm heating my plates for dinner. And it's kind of melty, and I call that my dressing for my salad. And it was so funny. Dupuy from California just tried it after I've been saying it for months. And she said, amazing. And it's like, it took me so long. How come? And that's why I'm saying sometimes we hear things over and over and over again. How many people do you know that still smoke or have recently quit? And they, how many messages were they getting on the TV, on the side of the package of the cigarettes, from buddies, from doctors, from everywhere, that like, cigarettes are dangerous, dude. Well, sometimes when we give a hint here about something that's good, and that's why I've pretty much been airing my OMAD for the day, just to give you guys, I hate that saying, just to give you keto community people, that's a little more grown up, isn't it? A sense of like what it is that I have. And I do know that all of the vessels, the containers, the plates, the dishes, the bowls that I film always look bigger on camera, but trust me, oftentimes I've got the bread and butter plate. My salad is probably on a 6x6 square bubble glass plate. Sometimes it's the salad plate size that's just a little bit bigger. Maybe it's 6 or 7 inches. That will have something like my Sunday meal from the Big Green Egg, which is a steak, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and asparagus. So I do use a smaller plate, and I have this fly that will not leave me here. It just is bound and determined to go up my nose with a rubber hose. So anyway, sometimes we need to hear things over and over and over again. I know it could be that way with the scale. I talk about that here a lot. I use it once a week. I don't play with it. It's not a tool. It's not a tool. It's a marker for me, and I put it on my chronometer when I weighed myself this morning, Thursday. It will stay that weight through the whole week till Wednesday night on the chronometer, and then I will weigh again on Thursday. And then I do put my weight here. I have done this since my Weight Watcher days, okay? It just blew up my nose. Damn bug. So, yeah, sometimes, so that's why, I'm here and I'm, as they would say, doing an arrest and a booking when I'm working at the jail. I'm a repeat offender. I do say the same things over and over again because sometimes we hear things 97 times, and on the 98th, it's like, oh, I don't have to do that anymore. Or, oh, maybe I should look at drinking my diet soda or the pink, yellow, and blue packets on my foods and beverages. Oh, maybe I should Google that and see that there's no conclusive evidence that it's not okay to have. And that should be the scary part. It's like they haven't, well, you can find places that have come out and said the dangers, but when they say they don't draw conclusions, follow the money. See who's funding that study with the chemical lab, right? Because oftentimes they will make sure that all of the data is conclusive that it's okay to have. Be really careful, because the food industry in the United States sucks, and it doesn't want you to know the dangers of something. You may see it on the back, like carrageenan, or carrageenan, as some people say. You know, it's a dangerous ingredient. Yeah, it comes from seaweed or sea kelp, but it's not healthy for you. The way they process it or something, it ends up not a healthy ingredient. And it's just like, you know, what do they say? Snake venom is all natural, but it doesn't mean that it's safe to have, right? So you really want to be careful with your choices, because it's your body, right? And if you've made it as far as I've made it, then it's really time to appreciate the temple of all of those organs, and pay attention and, you know, give them good nourishment, because that's the keto food plan, with real food, at least the way that I eat it, is purposeful. It's to make and keep you healthy, right? You can have a 100% keto crap diet and get no nutrition from it whatsoever. You know, if you think making those bars and those shakes and all those things, are they bioavailable? You know, what else is in those green monsters? All that kind of stuff, right? I'd rather have the avocado here. I'd rather have the, well, it wouldn't be spinach, but, you know, some other vegetable right there. I'd rather have single ingredient items: beef, pork, swordfish, Brussels sprouts, organic lettuce. I'd rather have those single item things. Macadamia nut oil. Hello. Anyway, not lecturing. I'm just brainwashing you into making better food decisions for yourself. It's not going to matter to me. It's not going to matter to that person over there or that person over there. It's going to matter to you. And that should be the most important priority you have in your day, right? All right. So this is what I am having today. These are my macros. My calories are 1,052. I'm reading it backwards. My protein is 83.2, right where I like it. Carbs, total, never net, are 5.5. And my fat is 78.7 grams. And I like that too. I've lowered it. I used to have like 120 to 130 grams of fat. So what am I having? What do all of those macros say that I'm having? I'm having a filet mignon cooked on the big green egg. We cook on Sundays. We cook once, eat 3 or 4 different meals from what comes off the egg with veggies and meats, and it works. I am having my Olivia's baby butter lettuce with no romaine in it. I am having, that is 60 grams of that. I am having my Trader Joe's riced veggie medley, and that is that is 40 grams of that on top of it. I really like that. And I'm also having on the salad, I am having 30 grams of Good Culture cottage cheese. And the dressing for that is 15 grams of, no, it's not 15 grams, it's 10 grams of macadamia nut oil and 7 grams of Fourth and Heart ghee, the pink Himalayan salt flavor. And then I am having 2 Pete and Jerry not Ben and Jerry, as somebody corrected me the other day. Old habits die hard. Yeah, I'm having 2 pints of Ben and Jerry's. Chunky monkey. Hello. No, I'm having 2 Pete and Jerry jumbo eggs, soft boiled for 6 or 7 minutes, and I'm having a half a tablespoon of butter on that. And that completes my meal. Hopefully I will do a little video of that as well. And so when you look at something and you make decisions, look at something that you've been having without even thinking about it. Like, do you have a diet soda every single day without thinking about it? Without ever like Googling it and seeing if there's anything damaging in it? Do you have, a couple of those packets in your teas or coffees or whatevers a few times a day without even giving it any thought, and you buy the boxes at Costco or BJ's or someplace like that, so you've got 700 more, so you're not going to give it up? I've done that, and I've given it up. I brought probably 1,200 packets of Truvia, which says it's a natural product, but it's been processed like 70 times. Trust me, that green leaf on the tree doesn't end up a white powder without additives. I brought it all to the food pantry. That's how I deal with something when I finally realized that this could be doing more harm than help. So, all of a sudden a light bulb may go off about an item that you have without even questioning its safety for you. And it's a great moment when it does, because then that rolls into something else. Looking at your mayonnaise jar, soybean oil, canola oil. What are these things? Well, those are called seed oils, and they could be perhaps the most deadliest and dangerous things that you add to your diet, and they don't want you to know. When I see people at BJ's with those gallons of vegetable oil and canola oil from Wesson, I want to no, please don't do this. But it's not, I'm not the food police, I'm not the keto police. I just shudder to think what they're putting into their bodies and thinking that it's heart healthy, right? So, my little pickles, my snowflakes, and my turtles, I'm happy to be a 68-year-old turtle. I'm glad that I have to keep reminding myself of the good things that I need to eat and say and track and weigh, and it just works. And I'm so glad you're here. If you're done with the fluff and crap of non-nutritious keto items, this is the place to stay, because you're not going to see me introducing anything soon like that. I stick with the real food. It just seems to work. And sometimes I do a recipe, and it's kind of amazing, but it still starts as the real food, right? Like the keto meatballs. Yeah. So thanks for watching. I will see you the next time. If you need the one-on-one, ketocoachingsarah.com, and I will guarantee you that your habits are worse than your food choices. Guaranteed. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.